Okay guys, I just thought I would post this one up for you. This is obviously the bottom engine casing, and it's all cleaned up. The gasket surfaces, I've cleaned them all. As you can see, they're absolutely spot on, and the underneath of the engine is completely ready. Everything's sorted out. Look, I have any little sort of imperfections on the paintwork. It's all been cleaned, painted, all sorted out and ready. The whole thing is ready for installation. Now, the thing is that today I want to show you, just before I put this back together, is in regard to the balancer, which is this device here. I'll turn the engine over again and let you see it. There it is. So you could stick the bottom case on and be done with it, but in here, between the balancer gearing housing and the balancer mass, there are little little dampers in there, rubber dampers, like a push drive that you would get in your back wheel. And well, I'm going to replace those. I know there's only 23,000 miles on it, and a lot of people would just bolt the engine cases together and let it go. But, I mean, I'm just going to replace those, because the chances of you ever being back in the engine again to do that is, going to be pretty remote. So I just thought I would do it while I'm here. And so that means that you've got to take this this arm off here, these two bolts here. This comes off. That's the balancer shaft, and then on the inside there's this little retaining plate and this pin. And you've got to then, when you take all that off and take the pin out, then that's the other end of the balancer shaft there. You've got to prise that forward to remove it. So just bear with me, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in a wee minute or two. Okay, so let's get this balancer lever off first. This wee bolt here will have some thread lock on it. The manual says about non-permanent thread lock, which is usually the blue thread lock, but usually I find that whenever I take stuff like this off, it turns out to have been from factory. It turns out to have been that they've used red thread lock. So bit strange that, but I'll probably put red thread lock back on if that's what it has been. And yeah, you can see there it's been red thread lock. This bolt here, in order to avoid the you'd hit the engine casing with the end of this here, so I'll just use this wee extension on it to so that I miss that. You don't need to really take the bolt right out, but anyway, this is the lever off. There it is. Right, I usually would put stuff like that, safely in a wee tub, wee jar. Just keep it all together. So let's see. Right. You see that we see a wee punch mark there, that wee dot there? That has to face forward. And obviously the case is upside down, so that would be right. So you just need to remember to do that whenever you're putting it back in again. That wee dot there faces towards the front. You know, you can turn that, you know, like that with your hand or a screwdriver, but it's just to remember before you put that lever back on, or that bracket back on, to put that forward. Right, let's get it. And there's a seal there as well. So anyway, okay, so we're going to take this wee bolt here out next, and then this plate. Again, let's see if this is red thread lock. It's yep. Let's see that? And it says on the manual, non-permanent thread lock, which would be blue, but they have used red. So anyway, here's the plate off next. So that's the way that goes, and that wee pin there locates into that hole. Now that's, put that again in your tub and your bolt as well. Keep everything sort of together. This wee pin, that's like a wee retaining pin, because that goes down into like a slot in the shaft. You can't get this balancer out until you take that pin out. So I should have a pair of tweezers. Let's see. Take that out. Oh, it's a wee bit tight for the tweezers. I'll just get it with a wee pliers. There it is. See, we pin there, and it goes down in that way. Right, so there's the, let me see, there's that wee slot there I'm talking about down in there. So, right, next thing to do is to, you've got to try and pry this out. You know, it has to come this way. So, let's see now. Move this around a bit. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to pry that forward. I can get this camera positioned right. From there, has to come forward. There's the pins out, so it should come forward okay. Now, I have this wee block of MDF. It's 1/2 inch thick, and it'll go down in there see down, there's like a wee space, that wee pointer thing there. Yeah, that wee space there in the inside, and that I'll push it down in there, right? And then I'm going to stick something in there and pry that forward. And the best thing I have for that is, you see this joiner's flat bar. It's made by Eastwing. It's a nice sort of a flat one, and it's thin. So I'll put that down in there like that. Down in there like that. And then I will simply push that forward. There it is. There it is. Right. That's it. And take that out. Right. Let's see now around the other side. There you can see, can you see that there? It has pushed the seal. There's the seal there. You see that all right there? I'll get this here to focus. Yes, there's the seal and the shaft. So you really have to support this balancer on the inside and try and see the way I can pull that out. There's the seal coming off. And then behind the seal is this like spacer. Okay. And let's see, I'll get it down here. Now, make sure I support the balancer itself and just pull that shaft out. There's it there. There's the shaft there out. Set it down. And there is the balancer itself. There's a copper washer on either end. There's the copper washer. It fits on there. See where there's that lip on it there? See that lip? Well, that goes to the inside like that, and then that fits on. There's another one on the other end there, fits on. So we've got the balancer right out. I'll set the case aside there and take that balancer apart. Okay, so as I was saying, there's the wee spacer that goes behind the seal, and there's the seal. That's the inside of it. Now I'll be replacing that seal with a new one, but I'll not be replacing that. So let's put that away safely again in the wee tub and that there. Okay, so there's the balancer shaft, and there's that recess that pin fits into, that keeps it inside the casing. Put that in there. This is the balancer itself. As I was saying, there's your copper washer on both ends. Copper washer can come off. Sometimes it falls off when you take that out, and but also it you know, I mean, you got to remember to put it on the right way. You can also see inside the balancer itself, especially at the geared end there, you've got this needle bearing here. And you've also got like another one of those spacers down in there. Let's see if I can take that out. Don't need to, but just taking it out to show you it. Doesn't want to come out because there's a wee groove down in there. There's a wee groove down in there that it kind of wants to sort of go in and out of, but not matter anyway. It's just, remember that, you know, fits down in there. There's needle bearing there. And same on the other end. Copper washer. Two copper washers are the same. As you can see, you know, they're both the same copper washer. So it's not, you know. Well, having said that, they're not the same. You see that? That one there is different on the end than that. Do you see that? That's the one for the gearing end. And that one there is the one for the mass end. So you can see they're different there. So that one goes on there. And that one, oh, there, there's the thing. There's the spacer right now. But anyway, goes in there. And then the needle bearing goes in there. And then, as I say, that copper washer goes on there. But there's the other end. And it's got a needle bearing, but you can see that the needle bearing on it is an awful lot beefier and heavier than the geared end. And it has also a spacer. There's it there. Okay. So, if we take it apart, it's just a matter of easing it apart. There's it there. Look, there's the wee dampers. There they are. They're all individual. See that? And they just go in there. Like that. They just go in there. Okay, so I'm replacing those. I'm just replacing those. Oh. So here's something here I wanted to show you. This balancer is from a 2001 engine, 2001 ZRX engine. And you can see how each of those dampers they're individual dampers. And you can see how they come level with the top of that, or near enough level with the top of each of those metal vanes within the housing there. You see that? Now, that's 2001, right? But, and I have bought new ones and a new seal. Here they are. Here they are. There's the new seal. I'll take that off. There's the brand new seal. And there's the brand new dampers. There they are. And there's the part number. Now, with that said, on the ZRX 1200s, these individual dampers, these 8, they changed to these ones, which are a different part number, as you can see. Now they aren't individual. They are in pairs. And there's only, well, there's 4 pairs, but it's a total of 8 dampers. And they will go into the later ZRX Balancer. You can't really, well, you can put them in this damper, but they're not correct, because like I was saying, if you were to put those in there like that, right, you will see that the top of that has like a link, like a rubber there, a linked part. and it then puts that up too high. Whereas these ones are individual, and they will fit, and they will be flush there, and they will stay under, you know, down shy of the upper part of that housing. Do you see that? So there they are in there, right? Can you see how they are lower than that? Whereas these linked ones, because of that rubber part there, that rubber linked part, they are not, they come up too high. See? So you need to be careful that whenever you order the dampers, the right ones, that you get the ones that are correct for the year of the bike. Now, as I say, these ones here on the UK bikes fit ZRXs from 2004, I think it is. They changed to this type, 2004, and all the ZZR 1200 ones use this one, the linked ones, whereas the 2001, 2002 and 2003 UK bikes use these individual dampers, and they go in there like this. Okay, so just be careful with that. Okay, so here's the new ones. I've set the other ones, you know, the ones that I've just taken out, I've set them aside just to make sure nothing gets mixed up. These are the brand new ones here. They're individual, as you can see, obviously. And then they just go in there like this. I should have two more somewhere. Okay, so that's them all in. Now they'll be maybe a wee bit tighter to get them in because you know, they're new, and so there could be a wee bit sort of just a wee bit broader and a wee bit tighter there to do that, you know. So I'll put a wee drop of I was going to put a wee drop of grease on them there, but I think I'll not. I think I'll just put a wee drop of oil on them there, and I'll put a wee drop of oil in that container like that. I should have a wee brush to apply that on that, and that should allow them to slip in, hopefully without them getting disturbed too much. But we'll see how it goes. Now the manual says this can go anywhere, you know. I mean, it doesn't have to any sort of, you know, it doesn't have to sort of, you know, go that this lines up with anything here, you know. I mean, it can be sort of anywhere. So I'll see if I can if I can do that without too much bother, but because they're individual, they're kind of a bit fiddly. Make sure that that goes over there like that. Right. That's it. That's the min. Everything's in and in its place. That's it. They're in. The bearings are fine. I'll just put a wee drop of oil on them. And the copper washer. There. Same with that end. And that goes in there like that. Okay. So that's it. Simple as that. It's just a matter of reinstalling that. I think what I'll do is I will I'll put a drop of oil in that shaft. That's it. Now, let's get this back in again with the new gasket. Okay, so we'll just put the balancer shaft back in again, or sorry, the balancer gear in. There's it there. Gear end goes to this end. Just hold it with your hand, right? And then, where's that? There it is. Shaft goes in there, like that. Okay. Just make sure that copper washer doesn't fall out. Hang on, that one has fallen out already. So they'll want to fall out, but gotta make sure that they don't. And that goes through there. Right. Aye. So as I say, that wee dot has to go round forward, and that goes in like that. Okay. And then the next thing is this here goes on. There's a new seal there. Make sure it goes in the right way. Need a 19mm socket. Push it in. That's it. Just get a big or a screwdriver, doesn't have to be a massive one. Make sure that there is straight, 100% straight, which it is. Okay, now before we go much further, put a wee drop of oil in there. Right, put that wee pin in. That goes down in there like that. Now I might have to wiggle that there backwards and forward slightly to get that there to seat. That's it. Perfect. That's it. And then this plate is next. Goes on there. I'll put a wee drop of red thread lock on that. Where is it? There. I think this is 9.8 Newton meters. Need to double check. Just nip it up for the time being. Let's just check that on the manual. Where are we? Balancer shaft bolt, 9.8 Newton meters. Right, okay. There. Okay. Where's my... which is there. 9.8. Not a big tension on it. Right, nearly there now. Last thing is just get a screwdriver and just make one. Just turn that a slight bit. Make sure that that is bang on straight. That's it. Right. That one there. Next, stick that plate or that clamp on, which is there. That wee bolt there. Put some red thread lock on that too. As I say, it says in the manual blue, but or not blue, but non-permanent, but and red is permanent, but it was red that was on it. It's 9.8 as well. Where's my thing? That's it. And lastly, flick this over. And do this one. Which is there. I think it's 9.8 as well. That's that. So that's it done, guys. Simple as that. That's it done. New rubbers in. Everything's done. Torqued up. And that's it. Okay, guys. You've seen it as it happened. Just remember that the individual dampers go into the if you're doing a 1200 ZRX engine, it goes into the 2001, 2002 and 2003. This is on the UK bikes. I don't really know about the American bikes, but certainly on the UK bikes, 2001, 2002 and 2003. And then from that on, 2004, 5, etc. There are the other individual linked ones. Sorry, the linked ones that had the little rubber tag that kind of held them together. So they're a different part number. All right, guys. Thanks for following along. Next thing is just get this casing, give it one last clean, get this casing on, and that's that. Okay. Thanks a million. Bye-bye.